might just see those picks out in the banning phase already. But looks like they're going to go for the Harith first in the 1-1. And this is going to be the final drafting phase of our match number 1, with Etomax taking away the Lancelot that they gave away in game 1.
So what I see happening is TNC might allow the first pick Zushin. That might be the best trade.
First pick Jushin.
Yeah.
I'd be even afraid. Honestly, I'd be even afraid of letting the Arlot go through again, man. Like after 3 March performance there, they might want to go with that again, depending on what Onic picks up in that first phase.
Especially if the Phoveus is taken out, or at this point, CC, potentially Lapu could be taken out away. Etomax, they could take away the Yusujin. I feel like at this point, just take away the YSS. Oh wait, the Kalea is still open.
Yeah, Kalea is open.
So they're gonna ban the Kalea here.
Yeah, and it's gonna be really hard to ban.
What?
Oh, they're gonna go for the trade. They take away the Fanny.
They're forcing Onic to make the choice. Zushin or Kalea.
No, it's Lancelot. Wait, no, yeah, it's
YSS.
Zushin or Kalea or YSS.
So I think Brusco gets his Kalea here.
And
it's
no
open,
matter
man.
what happens, TNC gets the other 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they take the Kalea though.
That's
the safest.
That's
Yeah.
devious. That's devious, Etomax.
Devious.
What's the beast?
Devious.
Devious, brother.
What's the beast? Oh, yeah, they're going to go for the Zushin. This is going to be a Chaknu Kalea paired up with a potential YSS.
Kalea and Shin.
Yeah.
That is the most safest trade that they could go for if you're a TNT Pro
It's
team.
a winning trade, bro. It's like I'll give you my $1 for your $10.
There you go, the YSS. Now, do you pick up the Kalea with this YSS? He does
didn't.
not.
What?
All right.
Brock instead.
$10, baby.
$10. We'll take it.
We'll take it.
No, I'm not. No,
I would like your $10.
it was a metaphorical statement.
I would like your 10 USD, Sir Leo.
This young man who is a graduate of literature would know what a metaphor is.
No, I think metaphor, if there's the existence of metaphors, implies the existence of off-meta vibes. But yes, Onic Philippines.
You're digging.
The Kalea is there, and the Lapu Lapu. They don't care about the Arlet.
The Kalea is weird. I think they read into it. They read into it. TNC. The Kalea is weird.
People love this joy, by the way.
It's just.
It's his joy, man.
I do believe it is just the portrait, because the skin comes out on the 20th.
And there you go. The comfort pick Arlet. Strike the iron while it's still hot. 3 Martisi.
That's a
3
lot.
Mar.
That's
Sorry.
solid. That's a solid amount of CC.
I told you that's going to happen. Like, if I called anything today in this match, it was that. It was the Arlot.
The Arlot back-to-back, the Yusin Shin back-to-back.
Yep.
But it is a very different laning phase, though, for this Arlet. In game number 2, he was up against a Uranus, which meant 0 kill pressure against this Arlet. But now against a Lapu Lapu, he can't afford losing those crab XPs quite early, considering that this Lapu Lapu, the moment he hits level 4, that's almost a non-trade for an Arlet if he's able to spam those CC immunities.
Lest you be buried in value. Here's that Hylos banned by TNC. They want to win ground the Ruby as well. They're still open to the fact that there might be a gold lane fighter amongst TNC's lineup.
Oh, yeah.
What is Lancy to play?
I don't know. Lancy still has
Kagura. I was going to say Kagura, probably.
Yeah, Kagura is still there. The Farsa is still an open pick. Love is in the air in MPL Arena. Last ban here for the side of Onic Philippines. They take away the Moskov. And now the options for gold lane is down to
Granger.
Granger. Would rather Granger than Kari here.
Yeah.
Granger.
What a Cloud.
Now, do you get the Farsa or do you get the Kagura? The Selena is also available to take, but then again...
I was thinking the Selena earlier, but I'm like, I don't know. With this, maybe the Kagura, man.
Yeah, I think I'm a big fan of the Kagura here because Selenas are very susceptible to Joy.
Yeah. That was the main concern. So,
but the Joy also... No, never mind. You know what? When you hit max stacks on Electronic Beats, traps do nothing to you.
Yeah, the healing comes in clutch too. Oh, wow. This is a TNC special. I think TNC has played a lot of Auroras across multiple mid laners.
This is in their DNA. To play Aurora is to be of the Phoenix.
It just doesn't make sense because
they're on fire and she's ice. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, thank you.
No. I think the reason why it doesn't make sense on a meta scale too is she's a utility mid.
And she doesn't, and the Lapu-Lapu just doesn't care about what he does.
Like, she can throw that
frigid glacier
on top of her and she would still be in trouble.
Yeah, and I feel like this is mainly just to counter the Joy. It's extremely hard to play the Joy the
so
moment that
niche.
it is very niche, but it is an answer.
I would have rather the Grandeur. I would have rather the Grandeur here, Red 4, but instead Kelra gets it. What is...
Is he going to go carry?
Cloud. I'd rather the Cloud, man.
The Cloud instead of the Kari.
The Granger kind of... I mean... The Kari kind of dangerous.
That is the Kari.
Oh yeah, it's Kari.
That's Kari.
Okay. Now that he's running the Kari, I feel like
firing at.
I feel like
Lapu, the Gatot, and because you're gonna die to the Joy.
Yeah, and if you run a Purify here, you're gonna be very susceptible to the Zushin and the Joy. So I feel like even if you'd like to have a Purify in this matchup, you gotta get that flicker.
I barely even know her.
Same.
I walked right into that.
Yes, you did.
I walked right into that. But yes, now we're walking right into game number 3 in this first matchup of the day. Once again, TNC versus Onic Philippines. We've seen Onic win very quickly in game 1. Now TNC Pro Team in game number 2. Let's see in game 3.
What I like about this Aurora pick is it might be yesterday's Chip Claude. It might be the hero that none of us asked for.
Yeah.
It might have even memed to some extent, but it might be what makes this lineup work.
Well, we're about to find out as we enter the Land of Dawn for whoever wins this game number 3 gets to the point between Onic Philippines and TNC Pro Team. 3mar was impressive in game number 2. Game 1, King Kong was oppressive to the entire TNC Pro Team. Now we're going to head on to a short break. And this is going to be a big game for TNC Pro Team, considering that this will be their last game for the season. And a win here could potentially put them within top 4.
Last game of the season.
I mean, last game of the half season.
I was going to say, whoa.
My bad. Half season.
True, because let's be real here. Things are going to be changing.
Oh,
you know, for our second half of the season.
Project next week.
Something's coming next.
Yeah, something's coming next.
You know what? I'd like to see the river expansion in the future, you know?
Yeah.
I would like to see some walls get broken.
I would like to see someone traveling on a cloud.
I'd like to see more bushes around the Lord.
I wonder if this is how it happened. Like, there was just a personal wish list. And then they were like,
I think
you know
we're
what?
only allowed to wish for 4 things.
Moonton HQ?
Yeah, Moonton HQ. And they're like, you know what? Yeah, it's about time.
Maybe...
I like a new hero.
You'd like a new hero. You
Obsidia.
Know Obsidia.
What is that?
You know, I like the passive name of Obsidia. Return to Bone.
To
Bone.
To Bone?
RTB, Return to Bone.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know. But it makes you feel something.
It's provocative.
It's provocative. Return to Bone. And now we return to game. Onic TNC. This is going to be Zyda's back-to-back YSS games. Impressive in game number 2, but this is in different context. They do have a lot of crowd control up early. And look at this. Ryota did lose a lot of HP out of that trade.
Yeah. Looking at how this is going to play out, too. You know, I like that Lancey has even the Rupture. Like, it's just a little bit of extra burst because I just feel like Aurora doesn't do that much.
Yep.
But maybe the idea here is also playing into Chaknu's Grok to a point where you can say, okay, he gets a tech charge off, or maybe you set up with Lancey with the Frigid Glacier and then they can work together.
It's chain CC, and I think I get it now. I just need to see it in execution. The damage that she deals is deceptively good, like an Eve. You know, like she can let through these spells back to back to back, and next thing you know, like, oh no, Super Prince isn't ready. Super Prince can't fight.
And I think it's also hard to find a proper or perfect timing, especially if you're up against this Aurora, considering that the moment that you drop the Fidget Gazer, it kind of pauses the entire team fight. It's an entire pause button the moment that you see it just spreading throughout the entirety of that AoE. as 3mar gets level 4 quite early. This means that they do have a slight advantage here in the upcoming turtle fight.
Okay, so that's almost coming up. You can see the positioning. Lancey's trying to get that level 4. Chaknu doesn't have 2, so those are 2 big ultimates that they would want, but 3mar having the final slash might be enough. Beacon from Super Friends is going to go in, forcing off Zaida from the turtle. So King Kong will grab that one. They're going to be looking for the next target, and it's 3mar as he falls. A Frigid Glacier. He's going to have to flicker out. Lancey trying to run.
No.
They want this passive, and they will get that. Do they get the kill? He's able to get away. Good thing Chaknu was there.
And already you see problems. TNC, because of the Aurora, as I mentioned, would be happy if he's able to let through the skills one at a time, back to back, place that Frigid Glacier where he wants it to. Onyx lineup doesn't let you do that. If you stand too long, Super Prince will slam you. If you stand too long, Ryota will jump on top of you. If you stand too long, King Kong will put 3 or 4 stacks of the electrifying beats on you and kill you. So TNC just was not going to win that fight, especially since it started with Super Prince compromising Zaida.
Yeah, in TNC Pro Team, they did have the angle early on. They had some XP advantage, but they decided to delay that turtle fight for a bit longer, which meant that Onic Philippines had access to their ultimates too. Super Prince, though, low HP. Onic Shocker doesn't really land that much. Now, still, Onic Philippines holds the gold lead, almost a 2,000 gold lead here.
So I'm surprised, you know, having a 2K gold lead this early in, just off of a kill and an objective, just goes to show too that they're finding wins of other parts of the map. And at this point, it might be up to Chaknu to set things up or at least give the information over.
Yep, because where are they winning this? Where are they getting this? Number 1 turtle, XP lane, you can see how Ryota's bullying 3mar. Mid, don't even get me started. And I think even the gold, the situation in gold is dire even for Benny because he's outranged by the Granger. Granger has better early game damage output. And you can see he's down by almost 500 gold.
Yeah, you just gotta take it in if you're TNC Pro Team. You lost that turtle fight pretty badly. You kind of want to recover, be able to farm up. You still have those turret shields that allows you to at least survive under the turret better. But this turtle, it seems that Onic Philippines, they want for themselves in TNC Pro Team. The question is if they could contest for this one.
Okay, turtle's up. Second one of the game. It's closer to the gold laners too, so this might be a little bit better for TNC if they actually go ahead and utilize Benny here, but it could even set them back further. Super Prince, popping the beacon. Chaknu's still holding on to the tech charge though, so there he goes. Oh, he's gonna go for it anyway. See the fight getting open. That's a huge final slash from 3mar. But can they follow through? King Kong's gone. Benny Cutie unleashing. Calro was looking for more, but Zaida, both junglers down. And so Onic with the advantage will just take the turtle. Oh, that's so unfortunate. 3mar with a final slash.
Again, symptoms of what we originally diagnosed TNC's lineup with, and it affects their execution. They need to layer their skills. A lot of what they're asking for needs setup, and they got it via the flicker tech charge and that final slash by 3mar, but there's only so much payoff you can get at 5 minutes from a carry.
That's true.
And that's not something that Kelra needs. Again, Kelra has better damage output at this point in the game.
And looking at the replay from that entire fight, that was a near-perfect engage coming in from TNC Pro Team. Not only did Chaknu get the jungler before the turtle fight, but 3mar already expended that flicker to for a 4-man final slash. And even with a perfect setup like that, they only had so much damage. Just like you said, Leo, they couldn't really translate that into things that they want.
Yeah, it was so unfortunate. Such a good setup, but when you don't have the damage to follow through with that setup, it's just falls apart.
Where's the payoff? You could have an amazing joke and then the punchline not hit, and then you still feel bad.
Yeah, and so far for TNC Pro Team, things are not looking great. Here comes AOG coming in from Busco, facing Benny Cutie in a potential 1v1.
Okay, Benny just going off. The Revitalize is there, and it's just a little too late. Brusco still alive with the Revitalize, so that's unfortunate for Benny. Gonna put him further back.
Oh, frustrated. Benny Cutie looks like he wants a break out of that 2v1. And now that turret will be falling up top. TNC Pro Team, they do lose one turret for that trade downstairs.
So, again, you can't blame Benny. What he was doing was pushing that lane so that they wouldn't have to lick their wounds so much for the previous losses. The 2 turtles as well. And now this does allow Onic to keep this 5K gold lead very strong. but that doesn't fix the fact that TNC, the payoff isn't there just yet. I guess Benny Cutie's at what, 2 items now? And I think they still need that Swift Trinity to really get what they want, even with the perfect setup. Oh,
that's unfortunate. 3-Mar gonna get dragged back to his death. You lose the final slash, you lose your life. Kelra will pick up a kill. They're now focusing on Lancey. There's the passive, but they're going to be able to follow through with a shot from a double from Kelra right under the tier 2. Rihanna does go down, and now Kelra looking for a triple kill. He'll find it as he takes out Chaknu.
Oh man, disastrous sequence of events here for TNC Pro Team. Not only did they expend crucial battle spells, but they lost 3 lives in that entire fight.
What TNC is doing here is something that they wish they did in game number 1. They're taking their losses, but are also immediately going for reparative course of actions. You'll see that Zyda and Benny were not where that big loss happened, but just the same, they're also doubting how far deep they can go into the map. And that's because Onic now have gone more than a 5,000 gold lead. What that translates to is a full item on your cores. A full item or almost components. Oh my god, Zyda still got it right. Half an item or components on those non-cores, which means they're literally fighting from a different age in time. TNC are fighting with picks and axes while Onic have straight up automatic shotguns.
And that's just straight up cheating, man.
This is firepower difference, and it's as if they didn't have that damage problem early on.
Oh, they're jumping in again. Unbreakable on the taunt. Chaknu with tech charge. Frigid Glacier was already dropped down. This is all fighting under the turret. We're still with the holy shields. And they'll cut him off. Again, that's just how much of a lead Onic has. Chaknu, is he going to be able to get away here? A shot from Kelra. Destinata's looking for more. They get the holy shield. That's all they wanted.
5v4 underneath your own turret, and you still got sent back.
Yeah.
That is what I'm talking about, the technological difference.
It's the artillery damage as well coming in from Onic Philippines. A great engage coming in from that AOG from Brusco. You usually don't see that anymore. Let's be honest. People don't use the Avatar of the Guardian to start fights anymore. But Brusco was just so brave. He knew that he could land at least just one, you know?
One could say he RD'd the AOG.
What? He RD'd?
He RD'd the AOG.
What's the RD?
He hit it raw.
Yeah.
He just straight up like, I'm gonna do it here.
I'm gonna do it here. Yeah, he did. He RD'd it. You know
First the MO, now the RD.
You know I'm gonna do it. What are you gonna do? What is your response?
You back off, apparently, if you're TNC Pro Team. And now with this first lord of the game, TNC Pro Team, it seems that they still have some sort of control around their purple buff, which means that they could at least set something up potentially to fight against this lord. But I feel like if you're up against an Onic Philippines with a 7k gold lead, you try to get one man down and you're out.
No, they shouldn't try to get one man down. What Chaknu is doing is he's distracting Onic to try and get a response, slow down this Lord take, and then eventually he might pay for his life. Oh no!
Oh, Chaknu.
Oh, he's fine.
Okay. He'll defensively tech charge, but he's tracked back by Super Prince. But luckily for him, he gets away. Didn't have to burn the flicker either, but Lord secured now for Onic.
And this is eventually what they should really do, right? TNC, they know that the damage is done. They know that they're down almost 10k gold. What they should do is slow it down, try to get more on Benny. He's not even in his Swift Trinity yet.
Yeah.
And then use these shields in mid and then in top eventually to max efficiency. Clear these waves, get rid of the Lord. Luckily, their wave clear, I'm looking at it, assessing it, it's fine. It's better than Onyx, I'll say.
At least they have the Earthen Rampart here. Chaknu could delay this Lord if he wanted to, but it seems that he's not going to go for that call. Tectonic Charge and the Flicker is available, but it seems that he's not going to pull that off just yet. They're going to be able to defend the mid lane, but bottom lane looks to be in trouble next. Onic Philippines, complete in their battle spells, might just be able to extend this siege to, I think, 2 more minutes.
Yeah, they get all the shields down. So holy shields are gone. Counter, hopefully that Rampart. The next sights here on this base turret. Super Prince jumps in with the beacon. Chaknu, where is he going to go? Lancey in trouble. Still holding on to the passive, but they'll go in and get the turret. Look for this bottom one as well. Kelra taking a couple shots. 3-Mar goes in with the final slash, but he's in trouble. He goes down, and now Chaknu's going to follow. A double for Kelra, making a possible triple. Passive already going to be there.
No.
Benny jumps forward. Doesn't have enough to take out Kelra. And Onic already knows, as 4 are down, it's only Zyda. As he faces off the full force of the Super Fam, they'll clean it up, take the game, and take the series.
A 2-1 victory for Onic Philippines, celebrating the near release of their skin line, that Joy performance from King Kong.
I expected no less from the Super Fam. As soon as they touched the 12-13K gold lead, they knew that the end was nigh. Again, I can't blame them. TNC, that was their Hail Mary play. That was them hoping for all hope that a single CC combo could kill it. That's what Trimar was doing that deep.
Yeah, he was trying to pull a lot of plays. Sadly for TNC Pro Team, they failed to secure a point against Onic Philippines, remains in the bottom half of our Infinix standings. TNC in this season, a lot of people think that they are competitive. I feel like they are. We've seen them win in game number 2, and hopefully they restart, find their game again as we enter the week 5 next week. TNC Pro Team, definitely a team to watch as we go to the second half of the regular season. But for Onic Philippines, they did just win right now, a 2-1 victory, even playing that Joy, yet to have that Onic PH skin, but in the hands of King Kong, definitely something worth to watch.
Man, I can't wait for those skins to come out. September 20, it's not too far away.
Mark the date. That's Onic PH, Beatrix, and Joy. For now, we're going to go to the main stage to talk to Onic Philippines.
And the Super Family is dominating after that 3-game match. Onic Philippines, what time is it? Congratulations, gentlemen, sa inyong win na yon. Hello, Kelra. Ito muna ang mikropono para sa'yo. Ayan, napakaganda ng iyong performance, especially doon sa last na moments nyo. Naka-triple kill ka pa ata with that Granger, no? And Kelra, pinag-uusapan natin ang eras of the league. At for sure, walang makakalimot doon sa era na magkakasama kayo ni na Coach Etomax, ni na Chakno, together with Coach Why Not. Ano ba yung favorite mo na moment na magkakasama kayo before?
Favorite moment ko lang talaga nung magkakasama pa kami, pag inaasar namin si Etomax. Pag pinag-tripan namin si Etomax, kaming tatlo nila, Coach.
So, siya talaga yung nabubunot niyo palagi?
Siya.
Basta yon, basta banding niyo yun.
Basta yun yung banding namin, ayun yung kulitan namin pag napipikon si Etomax kasi mabilis siya mapikon eh.
Nahuhuli kung sino talagang pinipikon nyo, di ba, Renmar?
Yeah, and of course, as you mentioned, si Coach Why Not kasama din doon. So, same question for you as well. Ano naman yung mga paborito mong moments nung lahat pa kayong magkakasama in one team?
Siguro yung pinaka-favorite moment ko yung birthday ni Chakno. Tapos nag-celebrate kami sa bootcamp. Tapos first time ko siya nakitang sobrang vulnerable. Tapos sinabi niya doon na lahat daw gagawin niya para para makabawi, magbago. Umabot yung point na yun. Siya yung pinaka naging role model ng Omega during that.
Okay, so for someone like Chuck, medyo rare na nag-open up siya na ganun. And then it was during his birthday na he was able to bring that out. Okay, so we learned something new about the Mamba.
Good to hear that, no? Parang naging part talaga kami ng inyong reunion this time around. Pero kanina, ginamit na yung kanilang magkakaroon ng skin na Joy, King Kong. We love your entrance kanina nung nag-VOG si Renmar. Kailan ba marirelease yung skin nyo?
Abangan on September 20, 2025.
Yan!
Lapit na.
So, Sonics, mag-ready na kayo ng inyong mga dayas. King Kong, sino ba ang inaabangan nyo? Ayan, may intermission number pa pala. So,
Animation ba yan sa Joy?
Ayan ba yung animation? Ayan.
Sigmaga.
So, matatapos na ang ating first round. Umiiyak tuloy siya. Abangan namin yung intermission number mo, ha? Pero matatapos na ang ating first half of the regular season, King Kong. Sino bang team ang gusto nyong makaharap sa second half?
Actually, lahat pa rin po ng teams, lahat pa rin po ng teams tinitignan namin ngayon since lahat ng teams ngayon parang naka-adapt na po sa yung sobrang aggressive na galaw. Tapos pero kung may mili ng isa siguro Aurora.
Bakit Aurora?
Kasi bukod sa nasa top 1 sila, feel ko sobrang gumana si Light sa team, tapos ayun, nakapagtulungan sila.
Naku, we have to watch out for that. At parang ino-observe ni Coach Wynat kung anong isasagot yung isasagot ng mga players.
Are you in agreement with the team? Is okay, maybe other than Aurora, is there another team that you're looking at na dapat mag-ingat ang Onic when they face up against them in round 2?
TLPH.
TLPH pa rin talaga. Do you see them as a team that just keeps getting better as the time goes on?
Yung pagiging veteran nila I'm pretty sure kasi kami pinagdaanan namin yung stage na gigil kami bumawi. I'm pretty sure sila din.
And kita pa rin natin ang gigil with this match. Once again, your winners, Onic Philippines! You may now take your bow. A win for Onic Philippines at mukhang diretso bonding ang Super Family after this match.
Yeah, and it was great to see that the series went 3 games at nakita talaga natin yung history of Jackno and Kelra playing against each other na even the casters na point out nila na parang may halong familiarity na yung nakikita nating gameplay.
That's right. Talagang naging maganda ang reunion sa laban na to, and we're excited to know more about what happened in that game with our casters.
Thanks so much, Odin and Renmar. We're back here in the casting desk still with Womi, Naisu, and Leo. They talked about their bonds from way back and talked about how they had fun in that match. Onic Philippines, however, still looking to find a match against TLPH. They set their eyes on the MSC champions as of now.
They got him, man. I think everybody has certain teams on their list. Of course, Kelroy getting the MVP here for Game 3, 7-0-1 on the Granger. He's one of those players that all the gold laners love to play against.
He is always in anybody's list when you're talking about greatness, excellence, GOAT status. This is him. Kelroy went deathless in game number 3. Almost did not die at all, even in that game that they lost in game number 2. And I'd like to think that this would not have been possible if you picked any other hero.
Yeah, Granger on the hands of Keller is just really lethal, especially in the early game. OEB currently is number 1 on this Granger, but Keller plays a mean Granger, and this was the fight that is very unfortunate for TNC.
You ask about a dozen pro players, half of them will say, oh yeah, no, my Granger is Keller. The other would say, my Granger is OEB. So it's that tight. That's how good these two players are when you're talking about Grangers. But his Granger in this game dictated about half of what was possible. And you'll see that Benny Cutie, the reason why he played that way, or the reason why he responded that way, even in the very last part of the game is, you know, I'll just flicker forward, I'll just try whatever, is because Kelra put him in that situation. As soon as the game started, Kelra bullied Benny. And that put Benny in a, I got a chip on my shoulder, I have to prove to the world, to everyone watching, to my team that I can make that early game investment worth it. And that even put 3mar on tilt. That forced 3mar to go that deep.
Yeah. And look at that sidestep flicker coming in from Keller as well. Just knows the range of this wild charge, or this tectonic charge. And to be fair, it's fairly big. So knowing that you could sidestep through that flicker and still be in range to deal damage is a talent itself. Usually you would just flicker back just so you could be really safe. But Keller knew that he could still deal damage at the right amount of time as we enter this, again, very quick game. Both victories from Onic Philippines in this series went under 12.
That's
Lightning
crazy,
rounds.
man. Lightning rounds. Very great for their whole concept, you know. And again, the joy coming through, beat of the flash, and everything else. Like 11:39 to be able to do this. I think a big part of this, though, was still what we were talking about in the draft, man. I think Lancey probably could have been on something else. It just didn't work up because we were worried about even getting collapsed down on with a Joy, with Brusco jumping in. You mentioned this earlier, Womi, an aggressive AOG to start the fight. You know, I mean, so many of those instances just because they knew that they could throw almost everything at even Lancey alone and put enough pressure on him to where then you kind of don't really have much left to utilize on that Aurora.
And I think with all of the mages available in this game, Aurora seems as such as I think a very niche pick here for the side of TNC Pro Team against this Joy. There were other options. What options are you looking for?
Weirdly enough, Kimmy was left open.